नमस्कार सरकारले तपाईको एरियामा ड्याम बनाउँदैछ र त्यसको लागि तपाईको जग्गा चाहियो रे यो अवस्थामा सरकारले तपाईको जग्गा लिन पाउँछ वा पाउँदैन तपाईले बेच्दिन भन्न मिल्छ
Our legal system, our political system is to a certain degree weak.
टोयलेटमा सीसीटीभी हाल्न पाइन्छ भनेर सोध्नु भएको छ डेफिनेटली नट पाइदैन
For it to be strengthened, for it to actually gain momentum and for people to actually follow through what actually the system is in the country, they first need to be aware.
नमस्कार दशैं स्पेशल ल पार्ट 2 अब दशैं भन्ने बित्तिकै आउने दिमागमा आउने अर्को कुरा भनेको तास डाइस जुवा इत्यादि खेल्ने हो हैन तर हाम्रो कानुनले यसको बारेमा के भन्छ त
As the term suggests, very simply, it's a digital personification of a lawyer. It's a social media legal literacy campaign which I also plan to translate into other digital platforms such as websites. It's a process in which I aim to reach out to public as much as possible to make law more accessible to people and to ensure that everybody knows at least the simplest law of the land and their basic rights. That is exactly what the concept of digital lawyer is all about.
आजकल धेरैजना बाहिर बस्ने भएर होला मलाई एकदमै धेरै अनलाइन डिभोर्स अथवा अनलाइन विवाह गर्न मिल्छ कि मिल्दैन भन्ने प्रश्न आउने गर्छ
In June 2020, in midst of our first lockdown, that was when I had just gotten my bar license. Despite having a bar license, I could not actually practice and I did not actually have a job at that moment as well. And my master's classes were also on a hold. I just saw a doctor in TikTok who was giving some medical advice. I was getting a little into photography those days and a little bit of dancing. So I thought that let's try something new. And that is when I uploaded a simple video on TikTok. It had been a long time since I had put on my suit as well. So it was sort of a refreshing change for me. And I just gave the information on how you can actually be a lawyer in Nepal. It was not even a legal advice. It was the logistical aspect of how you can be a lawyer in Nepal. And even that simple video gained so much attention. People had so many questions regarding law. They wanted to know how to join law. They wanted to know what sort of programs are available in Nepal. They wanted to know if it was difficult. And finally, they wanted to know if I was a lawyer and if I could help them with their legal problems. So this is how it started in June 2020, just as a digital version of legal advice to people.
अर्काको घरबाट एभोकाडो चोर्दा के हुन्छ भन्ने बारे त हामीले छलफल गर्यौं अब लागौं कसैको घरमा अनुमति बिना प्रवेश गर्दा के हुन्छ
Mostly I do it using my phone because that's the easiest and that's the fastest way to get the job done. When there are a lot of questions on one particular issue, that is when I realize that okay, so this is the gap that exists between people and law. So this is what I need to address. So I take up that question and I answer it.
आज म हजुरहरुलाई एउटा WhatsApp scam को बारेमा भन्न गइरहेको छु जुन आजकल नेपालमा घट्न थालेको छ.
Another way I decide what to shoot by looking at the news and the current notice published by ministries. Some of the recent examples are related to cryptocurrencies. So when the Nepal Rashtra Bank actually issued a notice regarding cryptocurrency, that is when I actually created a video on cryptocurrency by doing some research.
केही दिन अगाडि नेपालको राष्ट्र बैंकले एउटा नोटिस निकालेको छ क्रिप्टोकरेन्सी र पिरामिड मार्केटिङ सँग सम्बन्धित.
People are actually liking my way of giving advice, the way I speak, the way I address the problems. It has been a lot of positive feedback and love and motivation and support from people all around. Definitely there are some moments, there are some comments and feedback that are a little sexist, at times threatening. Whenever I talk about divorce, I get a lot of hate comments saying that I'm trying to ruin the happiness and home of people. I also get comments like my husband is going to boil me in hot oil, or that I'm never gonna get married because I'm so wrong-headed. The thing about social media is if you have put yourself out there, you need to be ready to face both positive and negative feedback. Mostly it's positive love and support, which I'm really grateful for.
नयाँ वर्षको सुरुवातको साथै यहाँहरूले पनि नयाँ व्यवसाय खोल्ने केही निर्णय गर्नु भएको होला. यसमध्ये एउटा कमन आजकल
It is a little difficult in profession being a woman, especially young women, because you're usually referred to as Nanu or Baini. Whereas no, I'm not your nanu or I'm not your baini. Even for clients, I'm not their nanu or baini. They have to recognize me as a professional, because if they do not do so, they are not going to trust me. They're not going to think of me as a learned person who can actually solve their issue. I have had a hard time convincing some of my clients because they would rather hear it from some male figure than a female figure. When it comes to profession, we need to be addressed professionally. Our opinions need to be taken professionally as well. That is one of the issues that still remains largely ingrained in litigation, at least.
अब 12 को स्टुडेन्ट्सहरुको लागि कुन कुन किताब छ चर्चा गरौँ है त.
Not just TikTok, there are a lot of Instagram pages, Facebook pages that come up with names like, say, Legal Hub or Legal Knowledge, that are actually just doing the work of sharing legal information through digital platforms. I feel really happy that objective that I had when I started the digital platform Legal Literacy, that was to connect people with law. There are so many people, so many lawyers who are actually working towards giving momentum to this campaign.
अहिलेसम्म त यहाँहरूलाई कुनै पनि बालबालिकालाई कुनै पनि प्रकारको मानसिक वा शारीरिक दण्ड दिन मिल्दैन, घरमा होस्, विद्यालयमा होस् वा अरू कुनै ठाउँमा होस्.
Internet is so widely available in at least the major cities around the country, and TikTok is one of the most popular social media out there in Nepal. I have interacted with people from at least all region of Nepal. When I started the digital campaign of providing legal literacy, it was then when I could connect the most with people. Like before, I worked in NGO. Before that, I worked in college. The reach that I had then was limited to the people that I could meet physically or virtually through Zoom meetings. But once I was in digital platform, the reach that I had extended beyond the territory of the country itself. There were people from Australia, there were people from UAE watching my videos, there were people from Korea watching my videos and giving me feedback. So the level of coverage that it had, the level of people that I could actually reach out and influence to a certain degree, especially in regards to legal field, that grew multifold. It goes without saying that the power of digital media is massive. It helps you reach people and it helps you also identify your weaknesses and strength a lot, because there are a lot of people giving feedback to you, sometimes unsolicited advice as well. My journey itself is a testament to how powerful the digital media is.
70 वर्षभन्दा माथिको व्यक्तिले जे गरे पनि कानुन नलाग्ने भन्ने कुरा साँचो होइन.
Our preliminary website is already prepared. We are preparing content to upload in that page, and we want to make it accessible to as many people as possible. So we aim to keep it in both English and Nepali language. I aim to connect it a little bit to my legal practice as well, so that I can give facility of online counseling, sort of like a helpline system. In nominal legal fee, you can get information in regards to what you are actually searching without even having to talk to people. A digital legal service system, legal information system as a whole, legal resources platform is what I see in the future of the digital lawyer.